Hello, everyone, and thanks for waiting. Thank you for joining another Vendasta weekly webinar. We are broadcasting live from currently freezing Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. The weather over here is minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like minus 43 with a wind chill. So wherever you are, I hope you're all warmer than we are. Today, we have special guests from Spotzer joining us from Amsterdam, and we will talk all about how they build, launch, and maintain your clients' websites for you. My name is Cam. I am a product marketing manager here at Vendasta. And all the way from Amsterdam, joining us today are John Fowler, SVP for Operational Improvement for Spotzer, and Ash Lomberg, Chief Commercial Officer from Spotzer. Hi, John and Ash. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Camille. Thank you for having us.
All right. So just a reminder to our audience, if you have any questions, there is a question and answer box that you can fill out. I will try to answer all your questions towards the end of the webinar. Otherwise, I will reach out with you personally to answer all your questions. And with that, we are so excited to hear about what Spotzer has to offer. So Ash and John, take it away.
Excellent. Thanks very much for, first of all, everyone, for having us. We're really excited to be here. Really excited to obviously share the products, the services, and the experience that we have. And on that note, we'll kick it off and start going through the slides. Thanks, John. So first of all, I'd like to obviously kick this off just to share the width and the breadth of the experience that we have as Spotzer. As you can tell, my accent is not from probably around where a lot of you are from. So my name's Ash Lomberg. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer here at Spotzer. My role is in charge of revenue growth for our business globally. I've been with the company for around 4 years. And what I'd like to share with you today is a little bit more around who Spotzer is, what we do, and the product offering you can take to your customers and how you can grow your revenue. So just to start it off, Spotzer is in the absolute center of the digital marketing ecosystem. We've been around for more than 10 years now, offering our services to small and medium business customers around the globe, primarily in Europe and also in the United States. We'll go through a little bit more in terms of our expertise, but we have absolutely built a best in breed platform in terms of what we offer for small and medium businesses. So our headquarters is here in Amsterdam. We've been here as a headquarters for many, many years. We have also had a massive presence within the US and Canada markets. We have had offices in the US and the Canada markets as well. But our head office is here in Amsterdam, which is absolutely supported by our offices in Melbourne. Also, we have offices in Sofia, Manila, India, and also in Australia. So we are able to cover the globe. So our doors are always open. The office never sleeps. We're open 24/7. Over the last, I think it's 13, 14 years now, we've serviced more than 500,000 customers globally, with a 250,000 of those customers being US based. We've built out more than 850,000 digital solutions, and we've serviced those 850,000 solutions in more than 26 different languages, and also 30 countries around the globe. We also work with large reseller partners, and of those, there are more than 50 of those partners around the world, where we're producing anywhere between 5,000 and 9,000 new websites and digital service solutions around the globe. So the first question is, why Spotzer? Well, the first thing is that we're in the business of connecting businesses with customers. You know, our primary focus is to absolutely drive new revenue for our new business customers. We're a large existing business with an established base of customers, and we have that strong market and brand trust that people know and know that we can deliver on. So a lot of people will absolutely know the services that we deliver, but they might not necessarily know the brand that we are. And that's because we work with the world's largest hosting, directory, and digital marketing brands all around the world. We have a big marketing engine to drive our business objectives. So our core products absolutely are websites, but we absolutely operate within SEO, SEA, social, and video also. We sell a diverse range of products. We are the leaders in customer acquisition. Everything that we do, and you'll see this soon within the presentation that we're going through, is that we are focused absolutely on our small business customers acquiring new customers. So everything that we do is not down to how something looks or how something certainly performs within there, but everything is absolutely driven towards conversion optimization and making sure that our small business customers drive the most amount of leads and the most amount of revenue that they can. And then finally, we're a culture-based organization. Everything that we do is driven towards success. Very, 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 very deep down from the core of what we do in terms of our KPIs that we run with our internal staff, right through towards how we drive our customers to drive more revenue for their business. In terms of our differentiations and strengths compared to everyone else in market, we are experts in strategy and consultancy. A lot of the time, there are a lot of people out there in market who are able to build websites or also manage marketing campaigns for our clients, but they are not experts within strategy and consultancy. So what we do is we try and aim to be that digital expert or digital advisor to help our customers drive revenue within their business. We provide industry best turnaround times. This is something that I can't stress enough. A small business customer, when they want a product, they want it now. What we see within industry best turnaround times is that a lot of agencies out there can deliver a site within 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. What we're trying to do is turn around this as fast as we can at the highest possible quality. And what you'll see soon when we talk about our turnaround times is that we can deliver a customer a professional looking website anywhere between 5 and 21 days. Now that's business days, but that is absolutely industry best in class. We have a high volume production capacity. Now, the way that we achieve that is through scale. So our scale is achieved through having hundreds of designers, hundreds of copywriters, hundreds of quality assurance experts within our own remit that allow us to build thousands of websites every month. Now, what that does is ensure that we have high quality output at the lowest possible cost for you. So what you will find is that we can produce a website that most other people would produce for thousands for hundreds. And you'll see that soon when it comes through to our pricing. So in terms of digital marketing for small and medium businesses, I think a lot of these facts that we're going to go through over the following slides are going to be very clear to all of you. So 55% of small businesses, and this is surveyed in the US over the last 5 years, the key reason small businesses fail is a lack of marketing promotional activity. You know, this is no surprise to anyone here. And yet Deloitte, according to Deloitte, small businesses can enjoy advantage over established companies if they utilize the power of the internet the right way. So what we're trying to do is make sure that they can establish a trusted presence online so they can succeed over their competitors. In terms of the marketing challenges, this is something that I cover on an almost daily basis, both with our internal teams and also with our partners across the globe. Complexity. Everyone I think here who's listening to this webinar can agree that complexity is one of the hardest challenges faced by small and medium businesses. They do not have the expertise, nor do they have the nor do they have the time to improve their digital marketing knowledge and educate their teams. And this is something, as a core value as a company, we provide to them, that they don't have to think about that. They can focus on their small business. They can focus on being the plumber. They can focus on being the electrician. What we do is we handle everything that they think is complex. Affordability. We know that small businesses are cost conscious. They absolutely manage their cash flow very tightly. And what we need to do is provide a cost-effective solution that you can then provide onto your clients. And then they can actually take on this and be successful online. And then speed. Like I mentioned at the start, when they want something, they want it now. This is something that Spotzer Agency solves by delivering a best-in-class solution in industry-best times so that the customer is remaining happy and also being successful online. So the importance of a good website is absolutely key. We know that 87% of people that are looking to buy products or services online during their journey will start on a website. I mean, this is absolutely pivotal. If you actually think back into the last time that you were looking into a product or a service, what was the first thing you did? You probably picked up your mobile phone, you had a look for the product or service in your local area, and then you found the top search result. Well, this is absolutely the product and service that we're aiming to provide here at Spotzer Agency on the Vendasta platform. So the importance of a good website for a small business. At the beginning of their journey, so this is what we call the start of their digital maturity, what we want to do is put them on the map. And when we say put them on the map, we want to give them their first presence. We want to make sure that they can be found by search engines. We want to make sure that they can be found on Google My Business. We want to make sure that they stop losing leads. A lot of people these days, especially small businesses, are losing a lot of leads because they don't have a web presence or an optimized website presence. So what we need to do as digital marketers is establish the trust and credibility. And that can only really be done by having a professional online presence, which includes not only just design, but professional content that is written towards the user so they can understand what services the company offer and how they can be delivered. Now, for someone who already has a current web presence, but a poor web presence, what we need to do now is really help improve their rankings and visibility, which it can only be down to design and also really good SEO. Now, a lot of customers are looking for really good SEO, and it's not being delivered by a lot of companies who can just deliver the design of a website. And what Spotzer Agency does is the design and the content of the website, but also the ongoing support. And we'll touch on that a little bit further on in this presentation. So you would have seen that slide just before, and John might have just scanned past.
There you go. Sorry, Ash.
No worries. But this is probably one of the key slides that I can't stress enough. Your clients are looking for someone to manage the ongoing support. Now, I was on a call very recently, in the last few days, in fact, with a Vendasta agency who's been using Vendasta for several years, very, very trusted in market, who said, Ash, I really need an expert to come on and take on the ongoing maintenance of my clients. One of the things that I'm good at is sales and marketing. I can sell to someone, I can sell them a website, but what I really need is someone to nurture them. I want someone who's going to manage the ongoing support. I'm going to need someone who's going to really build that trust for me and my brand and make sure that I can upsell them to more products. Because for me as an agency, where I get my value is selling upsell products to this client. If this client has more products with me, they're a stickier customer and they also have a higher chance of delivering me more revenue on a monthly basis. So I said to the customer, this is absolutely core to our business. And I really want to stress this. The ongoing support for a customer, they can call in as many times as they like for unlimited updates, edits, and changes. This is a massive value proposition towards a customer. Being able to actually call in and say, hey, you know what? My phone number's changed. I've got a new call tracking number because I've enabled a new marketing campaign and I want to track my lead. You know, this is an absolutely core part, being able to do this. Now, myself in my own professional and personal career, I have had web developers where I've spoken to in the past who have been looking to charge me anywhere between $100 and $150 an hour to do any changes to my website. Well, this is all included in the monthly fee that you'll see here from Spotzer Agency. Everything in terms of basic updates, edits and changes, anything to text, anything where we're not creating any new content, this is all covered within the monthly fee. So I just wanted to
Right.
really stress on that piece.
Okay, Ashley, I got to go through a bunch, so let's keep moving along so we can make sure we have time for questions and answers too.
Sure. So at a glance, just going through again the USPs that we have here. So the content is written by professional copywriters. All of our copywriters are trained within SEO best practice. So you're not going to get someone who's just really talking about the name of the company, the location of the company, and what they offer. What we're doing is we're really writing the content in a way that is easy to understand for any user, but also driven towards the goal, which is conversion. They are visually attractive. So we have professional designers who are designing the sites based on colors, images that we know are helping to convert. We have comprehensive search engine optimization. A lot of companies will offer you a service where they build the website, but not only will we deliver great content on the sites, but we will do the on-site SEO, which includes meta descriptions, meta titles, alt text, things that a lot of small businesses won't understand, but are the key triggers to delivering leads when search engines are looking for relevant sites. We have a dedicated digital expert. Now the expert is in charge of pulling together the content that you've sent through or the customer has sent through to the agency, and then making sure we optimize that content to make sure that we deliver the best site for your customer. We find that we have a great return on investment and super fast delivery. The return on investment for you is that your customers have a site that performs, and the performing of the site will ensure that the customer can then invest on return and invest in other products like SEA, SEM, social, and SEO.
All right. This is where I'm going to take over. And if you notice, so a little bit about myself, I'm the guy who thinks through the process. How can we do things the most efficient way? Gave Ash a bit of a hard time earlier for taking too long because I've timed this out and I want to make sure we have plenty of time for questions and answers. So my apologies if I came across as a bit harsh. That's what I do every day, is make people okay? All right, so let's get into the products that we offer through Sponsor Agency. We have two very strong platforms. We build with Mono, which is a very robust platform that offers many, many solutions for that small to medium-sized business that's starting out. They have features. Their sites are both adaptive and responsive, so they're going to respond to different device types based on the device you're using. You're going to have the ability to add great features, design features, and the ability to collect data from people coming into your site. So someone form fills, they're going to give you all that. One of the other features that Mono offers is that it's a very user-friendly interface for that do-it-yourself person who wants to be able to make some quick changes themselves. And we will give you access so that either you or your customer can make quick changes to websites yourself. I mean, as Ash mentioned earlier, if a customer wants to change a phone number real quick, or wants to add a mobile number and a business number, we want to give them the opportunity to do that quickly without having to submit a request to us. But of course, we're always here to make those changes for the customer. Mono is very good at offering these types of services and making it a very good platform for that do-it-yourselfer to make quick edits, but it also gives us as a experienced design team to build some really exciting sites for you on their platform. The other platform we use is Duda. Once again, we've built thousands and thousands of sites both on Mono and Duda. Both are very, very strong. Both are intuitive in how the editor works. Both give you the ability to add some design features and animations and things that many people in especially the US and Canadian market like to see in websites. We have found over time and in our global experience that different markets like sites designed slightly differently. Many of our European partners, they like them clean. I don't want to say static, but they're clean and they're well designed. Many in the US market like a little bit more flash. If you haven't noticed, I am a US person. That's why I speak the correct English, and Ash had a funny accent. But we know what we like, and both Duda and Mono give us the ability to offer those services. One thing that I think Ash touched on, and I think we can't emphasize it enough, it's not just about design anymore. Search engines don't see a pretty design, they see what's behind the scenes. And that's one of the things that we know for a fact, that's what marketers look for, it's what search engines look for. And if you want to achieve higher rankings with Google, you have to have good SEO. This is something that we build into every site that we do. As Ash pointed out, we don't just build a designed website for you. We not only design the site, we add the correct copy written by professional copywriters that we have trained, and our copywriters receive about 4 weeks of training before they're ever allowed to write one of our sites for us. What we train them on is good SEO practice, the best SEO practice, and we keep in constant contact with Google and Bing and other search engines so that we know what they're looking for. We constantly update and retrain our copywriters, and that's what we think is one of the bigger offerings that we have for a very reasonable price. As Ash mentioned, most people either don't have time or they just don't think it's important. I cannot tell you over the past 8 years that I've been with Sponsor and looking at websites, and the thousands and thousands and thousands of sites that I've seen where we build a great website for a customer, and then you check on it 2-3 years later and nothing has ever changed because they're happy with their website. One thing that search engines really look for now is that they want to see changes. They want to see that customers are engaged and that clients are engaged and they're updating their images and they're updating their copy. That's one of the things that we offer that there aren't many people in the marketplace that offer the same. We do that all for one fee. Our copywriting is not extra. It's part of the whole package. We design our sites with mobile first, attractive design. And we do this because we all know very few people have desktops anymore. Most people will have a laptop at best. But everybody uses their phone every single day, almost every minute of every day, to find out something that they want to know about, whether that's searching for a news article, searching for a local restaurant, searching for the local pub to go have a drink after work, that place to buy flowers on the way home because maybe you did something wrong and you need to make up for it. That's what people do every day. Think of how you interact yourself, and that's how we build websites. We build them so that there's a mobile first presence and that it adapts very well to the desktop version. So let's compare what we offer to most of our competitors. Design. Our designs are fully responsive and high performing. Most competitors, they're offering you responsive designs. They're going to offer you some performance. That second section there in content, we included in all of our pricing professional copy written by professional trained copywriters at no additional cost. I haven't seen one of our competitors yet that offer copy as a price point within the existing price that they offer. Mostly it's an add-on. All of our sites are optimized with SEO in mind. It's from the design. It's based on load speeds. We have proprietary platforms that we have built at Sponsor and Sponsor Agency that help us make sure that every site we build not only meets our minimum load speeds, it also guarantees that we've ensured H1s are in place, that backend metadata is in place, that it's verified, and it's part of one of our standard checks. It's not extra for us. It's what we do every day. We also offer unlimited standard changes without no additional fee. What do we mean by that? We don't think you should have to be charged extra to change a picture, to change your phone number, to make some adjustments to copy. That's what you should get as a service, and that's what we offer. We don't charge extra. We think it's part of a customer experience, which is why we can say that we've got 20,000 plus happy customers every quarter of every year. As Ash noticed earlier, in the US alone, we've got over 250,000 happy customers and globally, we've done over almost 1 million in the past few years that we've been in business. 10 years doesn't seem like a long time, but in the global digital world, that's a very long time. And we have adapted constantly to make sure we're up to speed, both in SEO and what design wants and what design needs and what customers want and what customers need. Our conversion is based on best practices. It's not based on design. There are many studies out there on how a site needs to be designed, and that's based on many different market surveys that have been done. And we ensure our designs are built along those guidelines. The expertise we come with this is, as Ash mentioned, and I just mentioned before, we've been doing this for over 10 years, and we've done thousands of hundreds of thousands of websites. We know what we're doing, and our market focus is on small to medium-sized businesses. Cost, we feel our cost is extremely affordable. As I mentioned, we'll get to the pricing guides in a few minutes. Our price that we charge you and that you can then charge to your customers includes copy and includes the ongoing support. And here are 4 sample sites. And if you go to our marketplace on Vendasta, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to click on examples. But in these 4 sites, you'll see that they're all quite modern designs. The one thing you may not notice about them is that these are both mono and duo showcased against each other. This is what we offer, which is why it's important for you as an agency to decide which platform you'd prefer, because we can build a beautiful site on either one. Both offer great features to you and to your customers. So then it comes to the question, how do I actually order it? You're saying, John, that's really fantastic, and I want to order a site. Now, what do I need to do? First, you'll need to log into the Vendasta platform, of course, and then you'll place an order. What we ask you to do when you make that sale is when you place the order with us, we're going to walk you through some steps that are going to happen. First, you're going to make the sale. That's you building a great relationship with your customer base. We don't want to get in the middle between you and your customer. We want you to have that relationship with your customer. And we become the white label. You become the star. We become the backup team. Once you've created the sale, you'll submit the order to us, and we'll go through the detailed steps in just a moment. We will then deliver a draft site back to you, as Ash said, in somewhere between 5 and 21 business days, depending on the type of site that we're trying to build for you. Once we deliver the draft of the site, we would expect you to have a call with your customer to ensure that the site that we've built for you and for your customer meets what they've discussed with you on the phone. All goes well, we'll make the site live for you based on a domain that you provide to us. So we will publish the site for you with your domain. And then we offer ongoing support. If one of your clients requested a change, maybe they decided that there's that one image they don't like, you can submit that change request to us, and we will make that correction for you before the site goes live so that your customer can then be happy and get a live site in a very minimum amount of time. So now let's go into a little bit of detail. So I made a sale, so now what am I supposed to do? Well, I'm going to use the example of a plumber because I love plumbers, because everybody knows what a plumber does. He may currently have a website that's not mobile friendly, or maybe he doesn't have a website. Maybe he's just starting. What we would expect you to do, you've built a relationship with your customer, you sell them a website, and you're ready to start. So what we've done is our internal process that we've done hundreds of thousands of times, we adapted for the Vendasta marketplace so that you can maintain the relationship with your customer. It's an online brief where you're going to fill in some questions, and they're basic questions. These aren't detailed design questions, but there's some questions that we would expect you to make sure you confirm with your customers. Their place of business hours, the basics of what go on the website. But then we start asking you some other questions. You want to talk to your customer about what's their favorite color? What colors do they want to see on their website? What pages do they want on their website? If you plan on building an SEO campaign with the customer or an SEM campaign with the customer, are there specific keywords you would like us to use on these pages so we can pre-build that for you? These are questions that you'd ask the customer. They're predefined. It walks you through the process. It's in logical order. We then give you the ability to submit images that the customer sent directly to you. And again, the reason we do this is because we want you to maintain that close relationship with your client base. Customers can email the pictures to you. The Vendasta platform will allow you to drag and drop those in place, upload them, you'll send them directly to us. Once you submitted the order to us, our team is going to then review it. We're going to make sure that the questions you've answered and the suggestions and ideas that your clients have made to you and that you submitted to us make sense to us, because we want to avoid different interpretations of different answers. I like to use the example of color because it's an easy one for most people to understand. Excuse me. If the customer says, I want blue as the main color on my website, and you say, and you submit the order to us and you say, I want it in blue, and we designed it in blue and it comes back to you, we have probably a huge chance that we got that blue wrong. So what we're going to want to do is just kind of confirm with you, what shade of blue do you want? That's a simple example, but those are the kind of things we're going to look for. And we do this, again, thousands and thousands of times a month, where we're reviewing content from customers and making sure we're clear. Once we're sure we have everything we need and everything, that all of your answers are correct, if everything's good, we're going to put the order directly into our production team. If we have a question, as I said, we'll come back to you and say, hey, can you just clarify this for us? Once we get your clarification, we'll start building the website. Within one business day, we will make sure that those changes are done, and that we'll confirm with you that they've been accepted. We're going to put this order into production, and we give you an average between 5 and 21 business days, because it really depends on the size of the site. Obviously, a 20-page site takes us a little bit longer to create than a 1-page. And that's why there's a slight difference. Once we've completed the process and it's gone through our rigorous QA checks internally, we will then send you a preview link to share with your customer. So you can share that with a pre-built site with the customer. They can see it, they can give you feedback, and you can come back to us. We have found that about 91% of the time we get it right. There are always changes that need to be done, but over the thousands and thousands of sites we do every month, that's about the numbers we get. It's about 91% on that first call. You'll be able to get a site completed with your customer, and that builds confidence in you as an agency. Once you've received approval from your clients, you just need to notify us that it's ready to go. We can give you instructions on how to point the domain so that the site goes live. If the domain's already pointed, and we'll give you that instruction. If the domain's already pointed, literally within hours, your customer site will be live on the web, gaining traction, getting ranked, building customers, making sales for your clients. And we will send you an email confirming that it has all happened, so you can then confirm with your customer. And I just went through that. I was ahead of myself in a few slides there. After about 5 business days, we're going to send an NPS out to you, and we're just kind of getting your feedback. We want to constantly improve our process, and we want to make sure that you're happy and that your customers are happy. We'd like to follow up about 5 business days after delivering the live website to you, and that gives you time to talk to your customer and give us some honest feedback. Once the website's live, there's ongoing support. And that ongoing support is as simple as sending us an email and saying, my customer would like to make a change. And again, the process would be the same as any other. During production, you'll give us some information. We'll make those changes, and we'll notify you by email that the changes are done, and you can review those on the website. And then we get to pricing. And here's the pricing. I'm going to go through this, and I want to pay some particular attention to different things. We've broken this down, excuse me, to kind of help you decide, here's what we know is best practice. It fits different types of businesses. A brand new business starting out probably will not need 10 pages. There's not a lot to put in 10 pages, but we give the opportunity to start small and work your way up so that you continue to build that relationship with your customers and your client base so that they can always come back to you for more as they need more, without the oversell of selling them too much that they may not need. That doesn't mean we can't build a great 10-page website for a startup company, but we give you the option. You can build just a homepage. We can do a 3-page website for you, 5 pages, 10 pages, and there are add-ons that allow you to add additional pages beyond this if that's what you feel your customers need. A homepage, so a one-page website, is delivered in approximately 5 business days from the date of submitting all the content to us that we may need. And that's typically done when you submit the order to us. We get everything we'll need. There's a 3-page website, a 5-page website, and a 10-page website. The one-page website is a homepage only, is $125 upfront and $29 a month for 12-month subscription. The 3-page website is $275. A 5-page website is $450, and the 10-page website is $850. You notice the monthly subscription fee is the same for all of the products. That monthly subscription fee covers the cost of the Mono platform or the Duda platform, depending on which way you want to go with that, and it covers the cost of ongoing monthly support. Always keep in mind that every one of our websites are professionally designed, there's professional copywriting done, and we build that against SEO. We don't use templates. There are some companies out there that will give you a design of a template, but they don't provide you copy. Keep in mind, all of our websites come with not just a design, but with copy, with SEO applied from the very beginning. You don't have to worry about it. We make sure alt tags are in place on all the images. We ensure all the metadata is filled in behind the scenes. We make sure the page count, the word counts for pages are matching what search engines are looking for. We do this as part of an everyday business. There is no extra fee. You need an extra page, it's $99. One time, that's it. You want to have a page translated, it's $49 one time per page. The only thing we have to insist here is that we'll only add an extra page for you, and we'll only do a translation for you is if we built the website. We're not going to add additional pages or do translations for websites built by other agencies that are out there. This is what the Vendasta marketplace looks like for us. So you can see you can buy a professional website on Mono, a professional website on Duda. Either way, it's a good choice. And now we're open for questions.
All right, thanks for that presentation. Yes, we do have a couple of lined up here. So first question is, who hosts the websites?
Very good question. Mono and Duda both host their own websites. There is no need for a file transfer. All they need is a domain and you're done. You don't have to worry about additional hosting. It's just the purchase of your domain.
Sorry, can you repeat that? The volume of your microphone seems to go on and off.
Oh, sorry about that. Both Mono and Duda are their own host. So we just need a domain that's been pointed to either the Mono or Duda servers, and that's all you need.
All right, perfect. And then we have a couple of questions around your service as being white labeled. So can you explain this more? Like if the end users or the small businesses choose to go into the email builders, like either Duda or Mono themselves, like what will they see?
The email builder?
Mm-hmm. So will the end clients be able to access the email builder if they choose so?
Hi, Camille. I'll jump in here.
Yeah.
I think rather than an email builder, you mean a web builder.
Sorry, web builder. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
No
Fair
worries. So, so just to elaborate on that point, the customer always maintains full access of the website. The agency can also work with Sponsor Agency in terms of what access is granted to a small business customer. What we find is typically some small businesses you'll find have a good digital maturity and would like to access their site, whereas others simply lack the time nor the experience to be able to do the work. So what we do is we can provide access to just the agency if required, but also we are very much more than happy to handle all requests on behalf of the client. So we can manage those for and on behalf of the agency, but we also will grant access to the agency as well.
And that service of managing on behalf of the agency, is that white labelable?
Yeah, so
On an individual basis, we wouldn't white label for each individual agency, which is why we work through the agency directly.
Okay. All right. I hope that answers most of the questions. And if there are additional questions, just keep typing for our audience. All right. Let's see. So one of our partners, his agency offers an appointment booking with lead management system. Can this be integrated in the websites?
Both Mono and Duda do offer us the ability to do basically a drop-in of an iframe. So if you can provide us with the code, most bookings would take place. As far as using outside widgets, this is a little bit different than like a WordPress platform. Both Mono and Duda offer built-in booking abilities. We would use those in these platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably also, Camille, just to add to that, and also for the audience, we're very close to being able to launch a WordPress solution within the Vendesta marketplace as well. So any agency who's not currently utilizing Duda or Mono, but has a preferred platform as WordPress, we are going to be able to offer those services. We think that obviously Duda and also Mono are great platforms and very good for a lot of the customers that you'll service within your agency and within your business environment. But also we understand that there are some agencies who prefer to work with open source platforms such as WordPress. So we are able to offer the full breadth. What you see currently within the Vendesta marketplace is what we have there, but we are going to be launching new products, including SEO, towards the end of January or the start of February.
Okay. I guess that answers we have some questions around how to overcome the client's preference for WordPress. So if we're just working with the current products that you have, what can you say about that?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, sorry, John. I'll if you don't mind, I'll take this. So, the Duda and Mono platforms are fantastic platforms. They are very fast. They deliver very efficient websites. They have all of the structure in place to be able to deliver content to search engines to make sure they rank well. They are very proficient within most website needs. The way that you can differentiate why would you sell those products over a WordPress product is primarily around third-party integrations. A lot of clients will not require any third-party integrations, which is where a Duda or a Mono website will suffice and also succeed very well in terms of ranking. If a customer has a third-party CRM, they might have some third-party open source widgets. Again, without getting too technical, those customers who do have third-party tendencies will primarily sit within the WordPress platform, whereas Duda and also Mono provide great native functionality that's fast and integrated to deliver a lot of solutions. But if the customer does have any complex or outside services that would come from a third-party widget or plugin, then we would probably suggest that they're most supported within an open source environment such as WordPress.
Oh, great answer. All right. We have a question around the recommended resale value of the services, and I can answer to this. For the monthly cost, it is at $49 a month. And then for the rest of the prices, we will include the pricing as we send out the recording of the webinar. So please expect that from me. Okay, with the one round of pre-go live revisions, are clients allowed to make edits after it goes live, or are there any fees for revisions after the go live?
No, so that's a very good point. So the one round of revisions pre-live, it's part of the regular service we do. The recurring monthly fees, those charges, those cover post-live revisions. So minor revisions that need to be done, those are going to be covered in our monthly fee, including the platform fees for Mono or Duda. So that's all bundled into one price. A complete rebuild, a complete redesign, obviously that's not a standard change, but we can discuss that and see what needs to be done.
All right. I also have some questions around backup. So do these sites have backup files? Many clients request backup files, and then how often are the websites being backed up?
Yeah, John, do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. So in terms of the website backups, as we discussed at the start, both Duda and Mono are very secure platforms, both hosted on AWS. Both platforms do have a history redo. So if the client or anyone else was to make any changes to the site and they wanted to go back, I'd need to confirm the number, but I think it's anywhere between 20 and 40 different changes that a customer can do a reset. We also have a fantastic relationship with the platforms that given an extreme circumstance or a critical error, we would be able to go back with the platform directly and see how we can restore the site. So I think what you can say to all agencies out there is that the sites are very secure and that there are backup options available.
All right. Another question here. If a client has a domain and a site that is being hosted, how do we transfer that domain to Spotster for a Mono or Duda site?
Good point. So there's no need to transfer the domain to us. The domain can be repointed to either the Mono or Duda server, depending which platform is used.
Perfect. Easy answer. All right. And then does the monthly price that we have, does that include the hosting already with the specific platforms?
It does.
All right. Perfect. I think that's all the questions that we can answer for today. Some of the other questions that we have here will personally reach out to you and answer these questions. So
Very good.
Yeah, to all our audience, thank you so much for joining us today. And for the Spotster team, Ash and John and Brendan, thank you so much for joining us today and for letting us know all about Spotster. It really is a great service and it has it all, professional design and copy, SEO optimization, unlimited standard changes. So thank you so much for having your product in the marketplace that our partners can resell.
Thank you, and best of luck to everyone out there selling new sites.
All right. Thank you
Thanks
so
very much for your time, everyone.
All right. And see you next week for our next Vendasta weekly webinar. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys.